All right, welcome to Cash or Cap. Okay, let's go. The customer is always right.
Okay, so the answer to that is yes. Customer is always right. But customer is always right is not in the literal sense. Customer is always right because you need to have the emotional intelligence and how to manage your customer and how to address situations. The question is, what if in the literal sense the customer is wrong? You buy a television, you go home, your kid breaks it, you bring it back and you want your money again. That doesn't make the customer right. But how do you manage the situation? How do you apply emotional intelligence? So, okay, there's a lot to say about this particular, but it's actually cash. But if you would like us to elaborate more, let me know. We'll create a topic to it.
If your product is good enough, customers will find you.
Yes, and maybe not. See, I didn't say no, but yes and maybe not. If your product is good, people will find you because people will recommend. Others will say, "Oh, did you have you ever tried this product or this service?" Whatever the case is, either product or service. But if you're not strategically positioned as a business owner, as an entrepreneur for whatever product or service you put out there to the public, if you're not positioned properly, people may not find you. You might even be the best in your space, but you might not be having turnover. Why? Positioning. So you can probably, I think we've mentioned some stuff related to that in previous episodes. And if you also want, we could create an episode for it.
Knowing your customer is more important than knowing your product.
Okay, so you know why it's taking time for me to respond to that statement? It's important. Yes, I'll take cash, but you need to understand that I don't think anyone will be out there. You have a product for sale and you don't know your product, right? But we're wrong, absolutely unacceptable to know your product and not know your customer. Of course, we'll be addressing that later today. So I'd say it's cash. It's cash, but you need to know your product. Obviously, you should. You should understand your product or your service well enough, but it's also very important to know your customers.
Discounts are the fastest way to win loyalty.
That's actually cap. There are several ways to win loyalty. Discounts are one of them. Everyone likes a discount. I go into a mart or mall and I shop. Even if I shop over 500,000 naira and you give me a discount of 2,000 naira, I'm usually very excited because no matter what happens, I believe everyone likes discounts or bonuses or freebies every once in a while. Though sometimes be careful of free things. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But discounts, yeah, I love to get a good discount. But if you think just giving discounts all through your products and your services is what's going to get you customer loyalty, and then no, you're wrong. That's absolutely cap. It's one of the several things you could do to get customer loyalty, but not just discounts, because you have to also be careful. You don't want to give discounts so much that you run out of business. So be wise.
Serving everyone means serving no one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so cash. You need to know your target audience. You need to know who you're in service to. You need to know who your products and services are made for or are meant for, right? So it's very important to have your niche, have your target audience, not just having them, know them. It's part of what we'll be addressing in this pretty short episode. So yes, that's so cash. Because if you think you're to serve everyone, you're going to grow thin and wear out. So know your niche, know your customers, focus on them so you can have proper and good turnover. You know what I mean?
You don't need to know your customers as you know your.
Okay, no, so that's cash, but then it actually is cash. But there are some scenarios where if your business scale is on a small level, well, I'm looking for the right word because I'm one of those that believe there's no business that is small. You could be it could be a startup, you could be an upcoming entrepreneur. Doesn't mean your business is small, but if you have a niche, I had a prospective customer call earlier just before this shoot, and she made it very clear. I need a marketing solution for my business, but it's for the selected few, it's for a niche of a target audience, because it's premium, it's luxury. In that case, she could choose to have maybe a top 10, top 5 list of clientele that are steady customers, return customers that keep purchasing. She could choose to have like a personal relationship with this one to strengthen the business, grow the business, and then of course upscale to referrals, to their friends and others. So it depends on the situation. You get what I mean? Yeah. So if you have further questions on that, inboxes will elaborate.
All right, thank you very much.
Is that all? Okay, so I think today's Cash Recap was a little bit intense because I really wish I had enough time to, emphasize on details on those questions because they're not one size fits all, literally. Yeah, mostly win-wins, so if you have questions, let us know. Welcome to Wealth Waves with Schola. Okay, so today I am excited about what we'll be talking about. If you're trying to sell to everyone, you literally sell to no one. I guess you can almost, imagine what we'll be talking about. So today we're going to be addressing customers first. Understanding who you serve, right? So this is it might seem like, oh, I deal with customers every day. It's pretty basic, but I'm one of those that take customer service seriously. And I believe we should all do the same. As long as you're an entrepreneur, business owner, whatever the case is, it's important to consciously be aware that customer usually comes first, right? So we're just gonna get into it. Today's episode is all about the heartbeat of your business, which is, you guessed right, your customers. So many entrepreneurs skip market research. They assume, okay, everyone needs their products. You sell food, so everybody must eat. You yada yada, so everybody must get it. You run a salon, everybody must make their hair at some point, or a barbing salon. Trust me, that's a major trap. So let's break this down to create your ideal customer avatar. What do they want? Secondly, what keeps them up at night? Thirdly, where do they hang out? Online, offline, wherever. You need to do a proper market research, right? Your messaging, your branding, and even your product design, right? They should revolve around the needs of your customers, not just their passion. Okay? Now, so let's take a real life scenario. For instance, a fashion entrepreneur who scaled only after, shifting focus from general women wears, right, to corporate chic for working moms. Why? Maybe positioning, maybe a target, a circle, or the target audience. For instance, I work in a corporate environment. Most of the people I spend time with, apart from being home a few hours in a day, are my colleagues, those that work with me. They're probably my major target audience offline. And then I'm making regular clothes. Make it make sense. You get what I mean now? For instance, food business. Urban, rural locations have different target audiences. Of course, these days, initially you see amala joints, where they have okay, I was somewhere hanging with a few friends a few Sundays ago, and we're in a proper like 5-star kind of setting, and she's like, oh, the amala never tastes as well as those ones without sweat, without the saliva and all of that. Everybody's talking over the food and all of that. Those ones just come with, they are more tasty. I don't know if you agree with that. And then we're here with all the posh and all of that. It doesn't taste that good. But the truth is this, you still find businesses like that now in urban areas like Lekki Phase 1. You go to eat local buka meals, but you see the standard of the place. You're comfortable to sit there and eat what anybody could eat elsewhere that is downtown, or rural. Right, so that's what I'm talking about here. So those are just real life cases. Now, so I would love to share actionable tips with you, but because of time, you can actually, we're going to make something available for you offline where you could go and download the PDF. But I'm just going to do a few touch points here now. So actionable tips to create a customer persona with their names, their jobs, their lifestyle, their goals, their concerns, whatever the case is. So let me just take you through one of the things you can actually list, to help you as an head start. Yeah. So here is a detailed customer persona you can use for your targeting marketing, product development, or for branding purposes. Okay, so come with me. So we're going to be doing a case study on a particular kind of customer, the ambitious achiever, right? Let's say name Adora James, right? Say she's 34. She lives in Lagos, Nigeria. So you have name Adora, age 34, location Lagos, Nigeria. What does she do? Occupation, senior marketing manager at, say, a fintech startup. So what's Adora's lifestyle? Adora is a high-performing professional who balances a fast-paced career, how Lagos can be, with a vibrant social life. She likes to hang out every once in a while to unwind over the weekends. She lives in a stylish, say, 2-bedroom apartment in, say, Lekki Phase 1. Well, still stay with me. And she's always on the move, of course, work, trying to catch up with the gym afterwards and all of that, attending network events to improve on herself, say brunching with friends, also trying to squeeze out time to, like I said, work out, go to the gym. So Adora is also tech savvy, remember. She's always on LinkedIn. She's always on Instagram to catch up with what's happening around, or listening to podcasts while commuting. She shops online. She prefers convenience and values premium experiences. On weekends, Adora likes to either plan her next trip or attend a personal development webinar session or stuff, right? Now, what are Adora's goals? I may not break all of this down. We'll have a PDF where you can find it online. Adora's goals are more of course, she looks forward to climbing the corporate ladder. She wants to start a side hustle. She wants to build wealth. She wants to expand her influence, even though she has to do an 8 to 5. Now, what are Adora's concerns and pain points, right? Time scarcity. Not enough time, because there's so much going on with her personal projects, with her job, and all of that, demanding job for that matter, right? Information overloads. There's so much information out there. There's a lot with so many online contents, she has to filter and all of that. And there's also the burnout risks. Those are one of the concerns. What if she does too many things at the same time and burns out, right? She sometimes feels overwhelmed. I know I probably speak to a lot of us right now. And she's probably concerned about work-life balance and her health and all of that. Adora also has concerns of failure. I'm not one to use the word fear, but she probably has fear of failure. What if? The worries of launching a side business and it collapses, or she doesn't have enough attention for it, doesn't have enough time for it, and then she's not meeting her high standards. Adora has a lot of all of these concerns. Finally, Adora has financial concerns, financial uncertainties. Despite earning well, she's concerned about inflation, she's concerned about unstable naira, she's concerned about long-term wealth security. There's several concerns that Dora has. So now, see what we just did here. We started with a category of somebody in the 30s, working class, loves to have a good life, loves to go on travels and all of that. So by the time you have all of this categorized with what her stats, her statistics, what does she intend to achieve in life, what are concerns, you'll be able to use this to analyze and filter your target audience and know how, where to meet them, and how to go about all of this. So this is how to structure, analyze your target audience strategically. Remember, we're talking about customers first, analyzing your customers and knowing how to reach out to them or where and how to go about all of that. Now, we've taken time out to put a proper seamless process together for you. You can get access to the free business resource on our website. Details on the screen right now. All right. And we've taken our time to create a proper, seamless, flow of how you can actually do this for your personal business. You are welcome. Remember, you are not building for everyone. You're building for someone. Once you understand that, everything changes. It's a total game changer. So don't get burnt out trying to serve everyone. Try to follow. This is just one of the several ways you can, streamline, your target audience. Do your market research, follow the strategy, one of the many strategies, of course, like we've discussed now. And let me know in the comment section below if you have further questions, or if you try this and it works for you, let's know, and we can always, work with you to the next level or the next step. Schola's confession time. Yay! So, in relation to the topic of today, customers first, understanding who you serve, I'm going to share a particular an experience, sort of, like a real-time example. So, for instance, the drive-in movie theater, whenever we come up, and have those moments where you come, you drive in your car, with friends, family, loved ones, under the stars, outdoor, having your space, can eat whatever you want, can raise your leg up on your dashboard, can wind down, can wind up and sit on your car, can do whatsoever you want. Using it as a case study, not everyone is our target audience. That's you understanding your customer, knowing that you're not serving everybody. Okay, so hold on. We've been there when we've had to advertise a few times and people come and online and they go, I don't have a car. What do I do? What do I do? How do I partake of this? So what we had to do, knowing that it's a unique target audience kind of situation, then we promote with making the public know that you could have a friend that has a car. It's not just for one person. We have unlimited. You can come with unlimited family and friends as long as your car can take it. Of course, not a bus. Before someone shows up with a coaster bus, make that pretty clear. But you don't have to have a car. I could have myself, 3 other colleagues, and only one of us has a car. We can, all come together in the car, come have fun and all of that. But the bottom line is, a drive-in movie theater is literally for those who are mobile. Like you drive, you own a car, or you can rent a car, or you have a friend or family member that has a car, but you need to drive in there. It's not like the conventional indoor cinemas. You're not walking in, you're not coming to sit on the grass, you're not coming to sit on the chair, you're literally coming in a car. So that's the style of that package. There are other packages that have to do with, you don't need to have a car to sit outdoor to watch a movie. So the bottom line is, it is a unique kind of product for a unique kind of market. I guess you understand what I just said now. So the way we market to our target audience is unique also, because it needs to tally with the product or the service. Thank you so much for riding with me through this episode. It's been a fun topic for me because I feel like a lot more business owners need to, pay more attention to understanding the customer, creating a unique style of communication or deliverables to your target audience. So if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, comment, or inbox us. Let's know what you think. Let's know what you've tried before that's working. Let's know where you think we might be able to help and suggest stuff to you. Either ways, let's just know. So until the next episode of Waves with Scholar, keep riding on the waves of wealth. Ta-da!